It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey folks, in case you missed my little blip in the chat. We're doing something a little different today. We're trying to get the epic sail away from Civitavecchia, Italy with John. So I'm going to bring John in first thing. Hey, John, what are you seeing over there? A little sunset action.
Actually, it's a beautiful sunset tonight, Chillie, and of course the sun has gone down behind the ocean, and it's just peaceful and calm and beautiful out here. And what a night to start this 15-day cruise back to New York. You know, the thing that really overwhelmed me is when I flew into Rome about, I think it was 4 days ago now, and we were landing, it all of a sudden struck me that I'm going to get all the way back to Grand Forks, North Dakota without an airplane. I'm landing in Rome. I'm going to get to the port. I'm going to get on a ship to New York. I'm going to take a 10-minute cab ride. I'm going to get on an Amtrak train to Chicago, from Chicago to literally my back door. So I can go from Rome, landing in Rome, to my back door without an airplane. And that to me was an overwhelming moment. And especially tonight here, if you want a Roman sunset, we have got one for you. I'm sorry if it would have been 15 minutes earlier. It really would have been there.
Yeah, folks,
I was so quiet.
I was blessed enough to have witnessed the sunset with John.
It was so beautiful. And now we're waiting, of course, for the big whistle to go. And
so everybody knows why we went early was hopefully we're going to catch the horns blowing when we sail away.
Yep.
As was our effort at doing this, which is why we went early, because John tells me that they do it right on time.
Norwegian on this will be my, trying to think, 6th, 7th time across. This is the 5th time on the Epic. And in a different room, sometimes inside. I've been way down on this side of the ship. I've been way down there. Do you see that? Do you see those lifeboats there? And way up in front of the ship, right in front of us, there are some balconies that is what I have here. This is a 5-foot balcony, and they've got 15-foot balconies down there. And are they ever cool? Oh, I'm hearing it.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, John. Uh-oh. John may have frozen. We had this happen once before. Now I can see you. You're getting some movement, but the audio went kind of wonky.
Okay, that's probably what's happening is, they're switching the internet over from however they're connected here to the port to apparently Elon Musk satellites. All people that I know in the IT business are saying the only way that they can give me, are you hearing me?
Sort of, yeah. Me? It's a little faint.
Okay, I'm going to turn it right. For the moment, that's better.
Okay. Go ahead and talk. Okay, yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay. I got the camera off here. We're just trying to wait out a little bit. They're doing all their scurrying around now, right down on dockside, as they're just ready to roll. The beep, 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 beeping you were here was the final. It's not the gangplank. What do they call that slanty thing that we roll in and out of? It's got a name. Chillie. No. The gangplank is where you walk the sharks and everything. But entryway, the gangway, the entryway, the entry, gantry, the gantry. Okay, gangway. He's going with gangway. I'm going with gantry. So whatever it is, I'm gonna see now. How about now?
Yeah, well, now I can see you, and we've been hearing you. It just broke up there for a little bit, and then you came back again fairly strong.
And I think what happens is they're not counting on the fact that crazy people like me are trying to get you an uninterrupted signal. People are watching Netflix and sending some video back home and doing all that. But we're hoping here, literally in 20 seconds, I'm calling it in 20 seconds, we're going to hear the big kaboom. And we are actually going to pull away here. I'm not feeling it yet. Usually I can feel it on my bottom when the ship just starts to rumble a little bit. But we are waiting for that moment because Norwegian is known to be, and like I said, all those little beep, 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 beeps as they were pulling stuff away, that's all happened now. They're hollering down there. I think it's like, I'm sorry, the TV is still on. It's going to have to be on for 2 weeks now. I'm not going back to turn it off. I think that's what the guy said in Italian. I can't.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Well, we actually have a
While
bunch
we're
of
doing-
questions. We have a bunch
okay.
of
I have not-
questions for you. Go ahead.
Let's get her going. No, go ahead.
No. While we're waiting, tell us about embarkation and the walk or lack of.
Well, of course, I'm used to Barcelona. And, in Barcelona, people the Epic in Barcelona have been home and shipped for a long, long time. And so when I get there, I don't even go in. There's an NCL person there waiting. I say, hey, I'm a premier passenger and I need to have a wheelchair. And in a few minutes, they have a wheelchair for me. And, I can walk. I can walk a long, long way, Chillie, with my walker. But I can't do that ramp that you got to go backwards and back and forth and those kind of things. And I'm no good at standing and waiting. If I'm in motion, I'm okay. I can't do up and I can't stand and wait. So they've been so kind to me to make these arrangements, just like we've been telling you about how everybody in Rome has been so kind to those of us that need just a little bit of more assistance. But anyway, today it was and I think COVID can we say that word now? Can we say the C word?
Yeah.
Had something to do with it in the fact that I had to go through the final test. That went really smooth. You've got some pictures of it we'll put up here. But you just went to a little booth with a couple of people in it, and one lady did the nose thing. But it was not like, you remember when they used to take the plunger from the toilet and, put it back in your nose as far as you could go? Anyway, and then after they took the sample, they gave me this card that you see there. And I sat and waited. And in about 15 minutes, my number came up on the card. You can see there in the little square, H499. And that's what we were looking at on the TV there. When your number came up, then they came and got you. You raised your hand. They came over and got you, and they put a red band around your wrist, which is now my indication that I am not only fully vaccinated, but I have proven that I do not have what we do not want here, who must not be named. And so that put me free to be on the ship. Now, then it was the typical back and forth until finally I had picked up some alcohol as gifts. And of course, they don't want you to have it on the ship because you might drink it, God forsaken, and not buy their booze from them. So that went really nice. Then finally, they decided they were going to roll me around. So a couple of nice young gentlemen came, picked up my stuff, picked me up. We went and did all the get your card, get your last picture taken, all of those things, did the little business. And then back and forth, always getting up high until we got on the ship, on the gantry or the gangplank or whatever you want to call it. And at that point, I'm okay. They said, hey, we'll take you to the buffet. We'll take you to your room. What do you want to do? And I said, guys, you have done what I need, because once I'm on the flattened level, I'm fine. So we said goodbye. They're on the ship. They're guys in the ship. So they said, we'll see you again. And there's a different level of friendliness here, Chillie. I don't know if you're getting that from your other cruisers, but somebody at Norwegian must have sat everybody down and said, this is the new thing. And it's a friendly step up, and I'm not opposed to it. It's really, really wonderful.
Okay.
And so with that, we got on the ship, and I went to my room, which you have photos of my room and some video. I have a suite this time, a mini suite, and heavy on the word mini, but it is significantly bigger than a standard balcony on the Epic. And as I was telling you earlier, if I had customers and they had just a little bit more money, I would highly recommend the upgrade. Especially if you're going to be 3 people in a room, you want to have this room. It just gives you there's just more room everywhere. More room to store stuff, more room to set stuff, more room between the beds. And did I mention, Chillie, I can practically go swimming in my own room. I mean, I have a full size, bigger than I had at home bathtub. So pretty exciting. Pretty exciting. So here we are, ready for
All right.
as
We still haven't sailed though.
We are not the sails are out, but they're not catching any wind yet or something. I'm not sure. And like I said, for me in Norwegian Epic and transatlantics, they've always been to the minute when we've gone before. So I don't know just how you want to proceed here, because I know you got lots of news. You did hear what happened in Rotterdam in the Netherlands. You got that?
I've got that story to talk about this morning. Yeah.
So that's important news, for travelers. Just some interesting stuff going on in the world.
Until I get the boat started here, tell us about the hotel in Civitavecchia and the problems, and then we'll do a couple pictures from dinner.
Okay. Here's the problem. As a travel arranger, if I'd have been my own client as the travel person, I'd have been, I try and think of myself as a problem solver. So we can't use that 1960s football slang like we used to use, because we got to stay calm and we got to try and solve the problem. But the short story is I feel that they did a bait and switch on us. They have pictures of one hotel and right down to the room that we're going to get. And we got to the hotel and they said, "Oh, we have a room for you at our sister hotel down the street." Kind of weird, but okay, still on the ocean, blah, blah, blah. We walk over there, they give us the keys to the room, and we go up to the room, and you can already see that it's not hotels are in levels. And you know that a Hilton's different than a Holiday Inn, is different than a Happy Inn, is different than a Motel 6. They each are what they are supposed to be, but they are different. Well, I don't care how you want to count the stars. We definitely were down. Not the problem really, but we got to the room and there's only a bathtub. Now, when I booked this room 4 months ago, it was with the fact that you could cancel it up to 2 days before. So I immediately called and I said, I need to have a shower. I'm going to be coming out of Rome. We did some sightseeing yesterday before we got out here. It was hot. When I say hot, I mean it was wonderful. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and it was beautiful. But the thing that I wanted to do when I got to Civitavecchia is I wanted to get in a nice hot shower, get all cleaned up, and then we were going to go out and have a nice dinner. And we get to the hotel, and it's a round-bottomed tub, no shower, no curtain, no nothing. So, smiling, "Hey, really sorry, ordered a room with a shower at the other hotel. Why am I here?" "Oh, that's a better hotel." Well, not talking about that. Talking about need a shower. Well, can't do anything for you. So I get on with Priceline, who I booked the hotel with, who we booked a lot of hotels with, because most travel people that I know now, they don't want to take the time to book a $100 hotel room. They make $8 on it. It's just not worth the hour and a half it takes to do it. I get it. Priceline goes, "Oh, well, in Italy, we don't really do it. That's our booking partner, booking.com. So they push me completely over to somebody else. Explain it all to booking.com, and they didn't do anything other than just forwarded everything I told them to the hotel operator or the hotel management. So the hotel management sends them back and say, "Well, we're happy to put him back at the hotel that he booked, except there ain't no bathtubs or there ain't no showers there either. The 2 hotels that we own that have showers are closed down for the season. They're just keeping their 2 trashy by the beach places open now because it's wintertime.
Uh-huh.
So, but of course, Booking thinks they solved the problem because they didn't tell them that they don't have a shower. They just said, oh, we're really sorry. We're happy to take you back at the #1 hotel. So I get on the phone talking to a lady, half English, 30% English. And we finally she says, I'm really sorry, sir. You're actually in a higher star hotel because it has a restaurant. You'll get breakfast and has a wonderful supper, which it did have. We had dinner last night. You have pictures. We might get to them today or another time. But, you know, I didn't. So that was my big complaint. Now I'm trying to talk to Booking about it. And they're saying, well, why didn't you do something about it? And I'm going, kind of did. You know, the town is full. I mean, the town is full. There's 3 cruise ships in here right now taking off any minute. And so here we are. Now, should I just bite the bullet and say, oh, well, it was an experience? For me, as a traveler and a fairly easy guy. But if I had clients there with that same experience, I'd be kind of ticked.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's right. And I don't know. It's not like, okay, we're going to knock 20 or 40 or $50 off the price of the room. You know, that's the part that I think in your business too, Chillie, you know, once you get a bad funnel cake, you've lost the experience. It doesn't matter that you gave them their money back or, you know, it's about the experience. And that's what, so now I'm celebrating because I'm on my baby. This here's my baby. And me and the Epic go back a long ways. And there's a lot of people on it that the workers that I've already, you know, waved to behind our masks, because you're in a mask all the time unless you're sitting down, eating, drinking, or chatting. But if you're walking, you're moving, you're in a showroom that's not serving alcohol, you are wearing your mask. It's what it is. And I'm not angry about that. I'm angry at the damnable disease about it.
All right. What can you see pictures?
I can't get that. Now, off the cuff, you know what it is because I think I sent some text. If you didn't know what it is, what would you think it might be?
I have no earthly idea. I would say like a stuffed tomato or something.
Boy, I wish it was. Actually, Henry ordered it. I didn't. I waited. This is very popular in France and Italy. It's steak tartare. It is very, very high quality beef that's ground at the last and served with this one actually had eggs that were cooked, like hard-boiled eggs on it. I've seen it done with quail egg, actually raw, put right on the top of that. I don't know how you Chillie. Raw egg only have one direction they're supposed to go in life, and that's cake. I mean, you know, but some of the finest steak tartare he had ever eaten. On the other hand, and see here now, this is a duck with homemade pasta, and
that's what
phenomenal.
That's what that one is.
Yes. Now, this was one of our appetizers. This is how you dispose of a pig. This is actually the 3 things on the lower right. That's you know, a baguette with tomato juice, you know, just tomato stuff on them. But in the middle, you can kind of see running through it. That's where's my brain? The Mexican sausage, churro. Everybody knows what it is, except me, right?
Why'd you have to
anyway,
do that?
It was beyond delicious. And then the rest of it is Iberico ham. This is ham from pigs, special breed of pigs, mostly been finished with, or even their whole life been eating chestnuts. And the ham, chorizo. The other stuff is chorizo in the middle there. See, it always comes to me. But the other one was the ham. And I sent this picture to a pork raising friend of mine, and I said, now this is how you're supposed to dispose of a pig. So unbelievably good, just good beyond measure. And of course, way too salty for me. This was Henry's main dish. This is actually pork tenderloin with chestnuts and kind of a brandy honey wine sauce. And he said it was beyond excellent. I didn't get into it because I had more food than I should have had anyway. But back to the duck. You can circle back to the duck anytime you want, Chillie. It was so good. So
Okay.
that was our meal last night, and really good, and only in total with a nice tip, 65 euros, which I had a glass of wine, Henry had a drink of some kind. And that's pretty reasonable in a resort town.
Well, yeah.
With 2 drinks. That was really good. And I highly recommend that restaurant. Certainly happy to pass it on. It's in the basement of the hotel we stayed at. And breakfast also this morning in the hotel we stayed at, €8. That'd be about $10.50. And it was really good. The only thing, the complaint was, the beds and the showers. So that's that.
All right.
I don't know if we can still catch it a little bit. But
We're still in port in Civitavecchia, so we have not heard the horn blow yet.
I'm leaving here and going right up to the captain. We're going to have words. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
I'm surprised, though. Norwegian has always been to the minute.
Okay. I'm going to do the clip on the suite. And if things start happening, you just unmute yourself.
You'll see me down
and I'll come out of it so we can go back to live.
All righty. All right.
So here is the mini suite and whatever number it was.
Okay, first impressions of my room. This is a mini suite, 12086 on the Norwegian Epic. And I just walked through the door. And of course, we know about the Epic. It has these unusual sliding glass doors. Let's get the toilet out of the way right away first. But I want to show you a wonderful little thing about the mini suites. Look at what I have. I have a bathtub, a big bathtub. Wow. That is so wonderful. That is so wonderful. And of course, this also has the same sliding glass door partitions to let you in. I'm going to jump around my conveyance here. Of course, different from the regular balcony rooms, then it's deeper so that the morning brush your teeth and everything is all separate in the cabin rather than being across from the sofa. We have a giant sofa that can make into a really comfortable one-person bed. Of course, all of the great stuff alongside of it. And of course, my bed for the next 2 weeks. Nice big TV screen, the welcome champagne. I expect there's going to be 2 or 3 more of those showing up with a bunch of strawberries dipped in chocolate, if my Norwegian experience tells me anything. Lots of closet space. I'm going to stand back here and open up closet door after closet door. They just keep going on all the way along the top. Those are doors that open for storage. All the way along the bottom, more doors that open for storage. Behind the single bed, that's all storage in there. You can see the top shelf. Underneath that, there's pillows right now and the bedding, but also plenty of room for storage. I, of course, will be sleeping right here. And here we go. We're going to open the curtains, take a peek outside as we get used to. There's my view. I'm on the port side of the ship, and that means that I'll have I actually will have sunrise and sunset every day. Who's going to be up for that? I don't know. This is looking out, actually, kind of to the west. And just exciting times. Getting on and off the ship was quite easy. Did the swab test, but Chillie, they did not put the swab way back in my nose, just a little bit on the front. And this is a mini suite, 12086 on the Norwegian Epic, my home for the next 2 weeks. I'm excited.
All right. That was John's video of the suite on the Epic, the mini suite. So we still haven't heard the horns. We were planning on hearing the horns, which is why I went actually live a couple minutes early today. So
you can see there's a cruise ship out there. It must be a priority or something because the Costa Fiora, I think it is, but Costa something is out there. She's just out of the harbor and out into the free water, and we should be next. And in that respect, I just don't know why we don't have the engines running.
Yeah.
Because, these big diesels, there's 2 that power this particular ship, and each cylinder in the diesel engine is like a small round elevator, Chillie. That's how big around they are. And there's 16 of them in a row. And when they kick, and do you know how they have to start them? There is no starter in the world probably big enough to start them like a car would. Do you know what they use to start those big diesel engines?
I have no idea.
Look at it. Compressed air.
Yeah.
They have giant. Yeah, it makes sense when you think about it, right? Because by putting the air on just right, they're throwing the piston down and then the next one and the next one, and that gets the sucker rolling until it can start snapping. And by then they've got glow plugs in there so that when the diesel is injected, it can explode, and that's what starts these giant diesel engines. Yeah.
Wow. All right,
hey,
Kenneth says, "Hey John, great video. I'm jealous. We have 6 inches of snow in Pennsylvania. I get to go in February. 600 days since our last cruise."
Hey Kenneth, congratulations, man. It's just undescribable what I'm feeling being here on the Epic, and it's my favorite ship, and just walking the hallways. It was in dry dock for a while, and they've done some changes, like where the French restaurant is, one of the 2 premier restaurants on board. They've opened it up so as you walk by, you can see through kind of a lattice work and stuff of people. It seems a little more friendly and open rather than they had it all kind of crunched in before. And they've made some other small cosmetic changes, but the basic ship is here. The French fries are exactly the same and really good. The pizza, I did slide a piece of pizza in. I'm getting bolognese tonight. I'm not going to the main dining room. One of the things different on this trip is I normally, Chillie, you've heard me talk about it, that I have my set seat and time and everything in the main dining room, and I go there every day and dress for supper. And I'm not doing that on this trip. I am staying away from the food as much as I can and just trying to keep on doing what I'm doing. But certainly I will have enough experience to share with you a little bit about how the food is. And so far, the water's been wet and the food's been delicious. So.
All right. Well, John, I'm sorry we didn't get the horn blowing, but I do need to go on, and since this is a news show, I got to take care of some news.
So. Walter Cronkite would have done the same. So, I understand, and I'm sorry. I thought I had better planning, and like they say, the best laid plans of mice, men, and seafaring captains are you just never know, so.
Okay.
So I may I may record here myself, and maybe I'll catch it for you.
Well, if you happen to, if we can play the recording on Monday, or we can play the recording tomorrow if we're lucky enough to get the live stream for Cruise Amigos.
Wonderful.
In
the meantime,
have
folks,
our fingers crossed.
Have our fingers crossed. But folks, I'm telling you, I wish you're all here with me. I love each and every one of you. We are cruising partners, whether we are on land or sea at the moment. And, so many times, Chillie, I keep thinking, God, we got to get Chillie on this one. And we're going to get you to the Vatican, and we're going to get you to the Pantheon. Parthenon's in Greece. We might get there, we might not. But we're going to get you to these places, and we're going to show the people that, like I used to say when I was doing travel leading, if I can do it, you can do it. And Chillie, if I can do it, by God, you can do it. So we're going to make it happen.
All right. I'm all in favor of that. Well, John, thank you so much for everything you do for us. We do appreciate it. So, and I'll see you tomorrow on Cruise Amigos.
Alrighty.
I'm
Well, that's on Sunday.
hopeful that that's going to work.
What day is today?
This is Saturday. Tomorrow is Cruise Amigo Day.
Bells, little bells. See ya.
Okay, later. All right, that was John from the Norwegian Epic. All right, now I got to go back and catch up now. All right, today, Saturday, travel and cruise industry news. Of course, this is the 20th day of November. I don't even think I said that when we started off this. Today is National Pay Back Your Parents Day. If you're lucky enough to still have either one or both of your parents alive, do something nice for them today, folks. Even if it's just, if you don't live near them, a call, just something nice for your parents. I kind of like this one, National Pay Back Your Parents Day. My parents, of course, are both gone, but if do something nice for your parents, that would be a cool thing to do. All right, we got a whole bunch of sailings from U.S. ports today and tomorrow. Today in Port Canaveral, Mariner of the Seas sails Carnival Mardi Gras, Norwegian Escape, and Carnival Magic. Down in Fort Lauderdale, the New Amsterdam, Sky Princess, Celebrity Apex, Celebrity Reflection, Odyssey of the Seas, and Enchanted Princess. On down in Miami, the Carnival Sunrise, Symphony of the Seas, MSC Seashore, Norwegian Joy, Carnival Freedom, MSC Meraviglia, the Jewel of the Seas. Over in New Orleans, Carnival Valor, Galveston, Carnival Dream, and Carnival Vista. Out in Los Angeles at Long Beach, Carnival Panorama, and from San Pedro, the Majestic Princess and the Grand Princess. That's all just today. So, good sign that we're getting back. All right, tomorrow, we got Hot Air Tom sailing. And by the way, Tom, after I went live, sent a bunch of pictures, which I have not gotten to yet. I don't know if I'm going to get to them or not, Tom. But we'll see how time goes. Tomorrow, Hot Air Tom sails on the Norwegian Gem from, of course, he's in Manhattan in New York. Also tomorrow, and down in Bayonne, we've got Anthem of the Seas. In Baltimore, the Carnival Legend and the American Constitution. From Port Canaveral, Harmony of the Seas, and Disney Fantasy, and MSC Divina. From West Palm Beach, Grand Classica. From Fort Lauderdale, Allure of the Seas, Celebrity Edge, New Staten Dam, and the Rotterdam. From Miami, the Scarlet Lady, Carnival Horizon, Oasis of the Seas, and Norwegian Encore. Over in Tampa, Carnival Pride. In New Orleans, Carnival Glory and Norwegian Breakaway. Galveston, Liberty of the Seas. Out in San Diego, the Koningsdam, which our friend Bubba gets off of the Koningsdam. I think he's been on it 2 weeks now. So we're going to have him on sometime this next week, I hope. And from Los Angeles, San Pedro, the Norwegian Bliss. That's all the sailings for tomorrow. So we've got a hugely busy weekend in ports from the U.S. And, of course, John sailing from Civitavecchia today as we speak, I hope. All right, headlines for today's show. After almost 11 years, Royal Caribbean sails from Los Angeles. Holland America adds vaccinated kids. Carnival Vista gets a new Homeport in 2023. And we mentioned it briefly with John, the Rotterdam protests turned violent. And a whole lot more live this morning, which of course was to include a report from the Norwegian Epic, which changed as we were on the fly today, and we went live early. So that's all going on now. Now, port of the day. Here is a picture of a port that we'll see if you guys can guess on this one. So you want to drop your guesses in the chat room. I will get back. I've scanned through the chats quickly while I had John live. I will go back through the chats to see if anyone of you have any guesses on this port. And of course, that's from Elizabeth on Location. Elizabeth on Location, I think, goes into Lisbon, Portugal tomorrow, maybe. I think I'm not real up on her schedule yet. So, all right, the lead story today has to do with Royal Caribbean. After nearly 11 years, Royal Caribbean resumed sailings from the Los Angeles World Cruise Center. The last time a Royal Caribbean ship sailed from Los Angeles, Mariner of the Seas, in January of 2011. Navigator of the Seas kicked off the line's return to Los Angeles as she set sail yesterday on a 7-night Mexican Riviera voyage. Following that, she will operate mostly 3- and 4-night voyages year-round with stops in Ensenada and Catalina Island. There will also be some 5- and 7-night sailings scattered in as well. So congratulations to the Navigator of the Seas and Royal Caribbean back in LA. That's pretty cool. All right, after the tremendous disaster that Disney found out when they talked about kids and vaccinations, Holland America was the next one to do this. And folks, I'm telling you, they're all going to do this shortly. But Holland America is currently operating vaccinated cruises as defined by the CDC through February of 2022. With the approval of vaccinations for younger passengers, children 5 years and older will now be eligible to sail. Keep in mind, they're eligible to sail, but they're still vaccinated cruises only as defined by the CDC. According to the updated Travel Well protocols on Holland America's website, cruises are available for guests who have reached their final dose of an approved COVID vaccine at least 14 days prior to setting sail and have proof of vaccination. Additionally, fully vaccinated guests must produce a negative COVID test, medically supervised PCR, or antigen test taken within 2 days of embarkation on all Holland American sailings. So what that's telling me, folks, even though they didn't say that as directly as Disney did, the bottom line is, folks, if you want to get on a Holland America ship with kids, the kids got to be vaccinated or you won't get on it. That's me reading between the lines. And I think that's Holland American not wanting to get into deep crap from the certain segment of our population that Disney got in day before yesterday. But that's the way maybe they chose their words a little better, but that's what it's got to, you got to be vaccinated. If you want to cruise, get vaccinated. If you don't want to get vaccinated, then don't cruise. Go stay at a Super 8 motel for a week. Carnival Vista is going to get a new Homeport. Although cruises on board Carnival Vista for Galveston have been hugely popular over the last months, she will be sailing towards a new Homeport for 2023. The reason for this is the news that the cruise line's third LNG-powered cruise ship, Carnival Jubilee, will have Galveston as her Homeport. As a result, Carnival Vista will be offering cruises from Port Canaveral. Of course, Carnival Vista will always be the first Carnival cruise ship that resumed operations from the United States. Remember, that was on July the 3rd, after the fleet had been sitting still for 16 months. Since then, cruises on board the 3,900 passenger cruise ship have been extremely popular. So, she's going to Port Canaveral in 12 months from now or so. All right. This technically could have been breaking news this morning, because when I first added this on, this literally story was just a couple hours old. John was just in Amsterdam and found out about the vaccine requirements, that you had to have the code on your phone. But demonstrators in the Dutch city of Rotterdam torched cars, threw rocks at police, and they responded with warning shots and water cannons as protests against COVID measures violently escalated last night. Crowds had taken to the streets in a rally against government plans to impose restrictions on unvaccinated people. Dozens of arrests and numerous injuries were reported. So it's not just people in our country that are protesting, but, Europe is going through another spike, folks. That's why they're doing what they're doing. So, but over there, if you're not vaccinated, you can't do anything. And that's in numerous countries now. France, Germany has not gone quite that far yet, but they're probably going to. The Netherlands, Belgium, a lot of places you've got to have that little code on your phone that says you're vaccinated, or you don't get in restaurants. You don't get in grocery stores. You don't get in museums. You don't do anything if you're not vaccinated. So people, instead of protesting, go get vaccinated. Oh my goodness. There's enough people now in the world that are vaccinated that you can tell it's safe. And yes, there's still possibility of breakthrough cases, but not as serious as they once were before we had the vaccines and the booster. Yes. And there's probably, some people are upset that, now you have to have a booster shot. Well, yeah, because they're saying probably this is going to be a 3-dose vaccination. Okay, so that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it's going to be. But, all right, let's go check and see who's over here talking today. See if I've done anything grossly wrong other than not getting to Tom's pictures. By the way, while I do this, let me run over here and see what he sent, if I can get to it. That was the Rockettes last night. Dang. Okay. We're going to have to do, Tom, there's a lot of pictures there, so I'm going to do a whole segment. I'm going to do a whole segment on your Rockettes experience. That's what it looks like, because there's a ton of pictures. So, and I didn't have time. That they came through after I was already on the air, I think. But anyway, we'll do a special program or special segment just for that, Tom, on it'll be Monday now. So Tom, Hot Air Tom says it started early. Yes, I started a couple minutes early. Is John playing an instrument? No. We were hoping to get the horn from the Epic, the blasting of the horns when she sails away. That's what we were hoping to do, and failed miserably. But that was okay. So it was good having a John segment. We knocked it out of the way early. Nikki's with us. Did I say Carol's with us? Hi, Carol. I'm so confused. Carol says, bon voyage, John. Yes. He's going to be 15 days coming back to the States. And they have some nice ports too that they're going to stop at. Is Henry going on the cruise with John? No. Henry got him to Civitavecchia, and Henry has gone back to Germany. And then John was, I don't know if Henry was with John till like he got to the boat this morning. I'm not sure when Henry went back, but no, Henry is not sailing. Oh, and I did miss this, John, to say hi to Teresa Merg. So I will make sure that John gets that message. Katie's with us. Hi, Katie. Kenneth's with us. I did get the message to John from Kenneth. Emily's here. Hello, she says. Good to have you, Emily. That's a huge bathtub. Yeah, mini suites. Now, obviously, you got to pay a little extra for that. That's a premium cabin. But yeah, that's a huge bath. That's bathtub's big enough for my fat butt. So yeah, amazing view of Civitavecchia, Emily says. Emily says, my neighbor who is a doc said the same thing. They don't need to go so far up your head, just to the frontal part. Well, I hope the ones that I got to do the same thing. That's good to know. Emily says, I hope you get Hot Air and Katie too on your show. They will be out on the water too. Yeah, I know. Hot Air's sails tomorrow. Katie, that's right. Katie's on Oasis of the Seas tomorrow. She sails tomorrow from Miami. That's right. Wasn't thinking about Katie sailing this weekend as well, or I would have mentioned that earlier. So yeah, we're gonna try to bring you stuff from both of them as they are out on the water. So Hot Air says, sorry, Chillie, no clue where we are today in that picture. Oh, okay. All right. I didn't catch what you were meaning to. Katie says, traveling to Miami in the morning. Check-in time is at 2. So I will probably miss Cruise Amigos tomorrow. Well, that's okay. Katie, we will beat you 6 times with a linguine noodle. That's your penance for missing the Amigos. Hot Air says, do you want to send a link so I can video the New York sail away, especially as we pass the statue? Yeah, I can do that. Let's see, your sail away will be what, 5 o'clock-ish tomorrow? I'll check on that. I'll send you a link, and we'll just do a sail away a video tomorrow, and we'll chat about it wherever you are on the boat. Yeah, we can do that. I will make a note of that. That's on Sunday, the gym. So, yeah, that sounds good. Katie says, yes, I can maybe meet up when I'm at Coco Key. That would be awesome. Fauci blames the unvaccinated for the spread. Yeah, well, it's getting to the point where it's not rocket science anymore. Oh, yeah, Hot Air says it was his bad. He forgot to send them earlier. I got a laugh, John complaining about a bathtub in the hotel, but happy he had one on the Epic. Yeah, because he's also got the shower on the Epic, and he wanted to take a shower after the sightseeing in Rome, which is, yeah, there was but it was also not a big tub. It was one of the round bottom tubs, which for those of us that have accessibility issues, as your wife will probably tell you, that those kind of tubs are tough for us. But anyway, the Epic tub looks that's big enough for my fat butt. Although I'm getting really spoiled now that I have a walk-in hot tub. That's a whole new world for me, and I've almost completely now don't take a shower anymore. I just go get in my hot tub and fill it up. The only thing I don't like about that, folks, and I'll tell you, I've got, I'm a fat guy. And nobody ever knows that. But so you get in the thing and you close the door and you lock it down. You turn over, start filling it up with the hot water, right? And then you get it gets high enough and you turn the things on if you want a hot tub, the jets and stuff going. And I have a handheld things if I want to wash my hair. I have a curtain to close to keep from spraying water all over the damn bathroom, because again, I don't want to slip and fall when I get out of the thing. So, I've got it worked out so it's fairly well confined, so I can wash my hair and, spray under my arms if I want to, whatever, I've got shampoo in there, and I've got my shower soap and stuff. And of course, with, my issues with, down there, I have to be very careful on how I clean and things, that part of the anatomy and extracurricular activities that are down there. Okay. There's no problem at all with that. The only problem I have with the walk-in hot tub is you have to drain the damn thing all the way before you can open the door to get out. Or if you open the door, water's going to go all over the bathroom. Have you ever been in when it's hot and it's in a bathroom and it's steamy and nice and warm and everything? And then you got to sit there soaking wet for 15 minutes. Well, it doesn't take that long to drain. It's 5 minutes or however long it takes to drain. You got to drain, every ounce of water out of the tub before you can get out of the damn thing. So it's a little cold on my fat butt. But it's the only thing I don't like about it. I like everything else about it. All right. Hot Air says should be 4 p.m. How many ships have left New York on time? Yeah, that's a possibility. And if it doesn't appear like it's coming anytime soon, then we'll I don't know. We'll figure out what to do, Hot Air. But I will definitely get you a link to play with tomorrow before that happens, because after the Cruise Amigos, I'm not going anywhere until we go out to dinner probably tomorrow night. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap me up for today. Again, my thanks to John for his efforts this morning, even though we didn't get to hear the horns blow like I had hoped for. And I will definitely get with Hot Air Tom tomorrow as the Norwegian Jim sails from Manhattan. So that would be cool if we can go see it going past the statue. That would be neat. That might take a little bit too long for a video, but we maybe could edit it together and do something. I'll work on that. So we'll get together tomorrow with Hot Air Tom. And of course, tomorrow on Cruise Amigos will be hopefully John live from the Norwegian Epic. And I don't remember where he is tomorrow. Maybe in the Greek Isles tomorrow. I can't remember the stops. But anyway, that's going to wrap me up for today. You guys stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising. Congratulations to John and Katie and Tom for being on a boat this weekend. Anybody else that's cruising, Carol's going on a river cruise soon. I think it's Carol going on a river cruise. I can't keep track of everybody now. So anyway, everybody have a terrific day. I'll see everybody for the Cruise Amigos tomorrow afternoon at 2:00 my time. That's Eastern Standard Time. And I'll see everybody back here on Monday for Monday Travel and Cruise Industry News at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for whatever's going on Monday. You guys have a terrific evening. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you tomorrow. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.